welcome back to the Coaches Hour podcast. You're here with myself, Hym, and my co-host, as always, is Jewade Graham. A while back, I reacted to a video from Aaron Lambo. He came back and called me a prick, amongst other things, and it didn't faze me, not because I'm thick-skinned and immune to criticism, but because before I even posted that reaction, I kind of knew that there was a good chance that he would respond exactly like that. I thought it through, and I knew where the conversation would go. And this is where this episode is going to be. It's going to be all about most people who get torn apart online. They get torn apart not because they said something wrong, but they get torn apart because they reacted instead of responding. So they don't necessarily think about the other side. They didn't check their own argument before they hit post. So today, me and Jewade, we're going to be breaking down how to handle criticism online, how to give it, how to take it, and how to know the difference between someone giving you something useful and someone having just a go at you. And the industry is full of both. But quick one before we start. If this episode helps you, even slightly, go leave us a review on Apple or Spotify. Costs you nothing, but it makes us really like you. And we read every single one. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. So where shall we start? You send me quite a few kind of react videos of the Pure Gym PTs getting absolutely roasted in the comments, and then Pure Gym have to delete it or turn it down. It's always Pure Gym, isn't it?
It is, and
Gym Group. Sometimes Gym Group.
Well, I've not even seen a Gym Group one yet. You know, I've only seen Pure Gym.
Deleted too fast.
Yeah, just up and down. But I think at that point, it's got to be a tactic from Pure Gym just to rage bait people. It has to be because. I say it with a smile on my face, but they're hanging the PTs out to dry, and it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, because it's true though, because they're always posting PTs like that. But when you go into a Pure Gym, not all the PTs are like that. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know the story behind why and how the Pure Gym posting system works?
No, go on.
Okay, cool. So if I'm a PT at Pure Gym, that post, I can't just post that, which is why I think that they do it on purpose, because I can't just make a post. It has to go, I think it's regional, then to head office, and then it gets posted. Something along the lines of that. So it has to go through funnels of people watching it and reviewing it before it gets posted, and they still go to post it.
How do you know this?
So people I think the individual branches were allowed to post freely themselves until someone took the piss. Someone went rogue. So I think it was Black History Month or something along the lines of that. A Pure Gym, I can't remember the name of the Pure Gym, they posted a workout, 12 Years a Slave workout.
Oh,
so it was like 12 workouts, like 12 Years a Slave, like the film. And it was on, what year was it? It might have been like 2020, something like that. They posted a workout like 12 Years a Slave workout. It wasn't that name, but it was something along the lines of that. And they got cooked for it. It was a bit of bad taste, to be fair. So since then, Pure Gyms, like individual branches, can't post for themselves now. So they have to then bump it up, then bump it up. So that means now everyone, that's why it was like a 12 Years a Slave workout. So now they've lost autonomy and it goes to head office, which then leads me on to if every post is going to head office and they're still hanging their PTs out to dry like this.
They're only picking those ones as well, no?
This is what I mean, because I'm not saying Pure Gym PTs are bad, but it's like the ones that they're getting in front of camera have either just qualified or they're not quite ready to be on camera yet.
Well, the hook is the ones, right? It's like, build your bulging biceps like this, and it's like, you maybe your content isn't necessarily wrong, but your hook is just asking for trouble, right? It's like you don't have big arms, but you're saying like get these big bulging biceps and by doing this exercise. And it's like, yeah, but you don't have them. So, and you might not necessarily be wrong. It might be a great exercise. Yeah. It's just the delivery, right? It's the delivery person.
There's a couple of things as well. So like that's one of them, like visually, and this is where again, like we speak about this all the time. You don't have to be photo shoot lean to be a PT, but for these reasons here, and again, like we're speaking about other coaches calling coaches out, so it might not be general population, but you have to look like you train. You have to look the part, because that person might know everything in the world, but knowledge ain't going to save you on Instagram. Instagram is a visual app.
It's absolutely savage.
It's not going to save you. Like, and sometimes you'll get PTs or coaches or whatever they are, like that, are in really good shape. They just chat shit, but they get loads of people listen to them because people think if that person's saying that, they must be right. They've got massive chest. They've got big glutes. They must know what they're talking about. Not the case, but that is how human psychology works. So that's one aspect. Another thing is with the hook and some of the content is people speaking absolutes. This is the best way. This is the only way. This works the whatever the muscle is. When you speak in an absolute, you open yourselves up to criticism straight away because all it takes is for one person to know a little bit about something and say, hang on, that's not true. I make like controversial content, but the one thing I stick to my core is I will never speak in an absolute. In my experience, this is. In my opinion, this is. This is one way to do. It's all. And people will still take that as an absolute, but that's when I can defend myself. Because I didn't say it's the best way. I said this is the best way for me. You don't know me. So you can shut the fuck up and respectfully go and stand over there. So like that's kind of the two.
Do you think AI is cooking people then?
AI?
Because people put in and give me a better hook for this video, right? And then they say, oh yeah, that's a good hook. Yeah. And then they'll say it, but then it's like, yeah, but you need to now think of all the consequences that's going to come from that hook.
This is where knowing what you're talking, this is being a good coach. Like we keep saying it because it's true. If you're a good coach, yes, AI can help you with a hook, but if it gives you back some nonsense, you will know, hang on, mate.
Shouldn't say this.
This is nonsense. Yeah, like, okay, Claude, you sit this one out. I'll take this from here, mate. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And like a lot of coaches, they don't know what they're talking about and they'll pull it through whatever business mentors plugged in a system that will give them the hook and whatever else. And they'll just say that without knowing or even questioning whether it's right or wrong. And then that's where you're opening a can of worms.
That's what they need to do. They need to, if it comes back with get this big bulging biceps, they should go, yeah, but I don't have bulging biceps, so I probably can't say that. Can you give me another hook? Literally put that prompt in.
I swear.
Probably get a better option.
So yeah, like that's one of the things, like with Pure Gym, like I do think it must be a smear campaign from the upper. Nah, I'm joking.
Yeah, because sometimes like these people, they're not necessarily getting criticised because they're saying the wrong information. It's just they're getting criticised because, you know, the hook is delivering something else than what the package is kind of promising.
Yeah. And
which is kind of sad.
Yeah, and I think like because it's not me saying or not us saying that you shouldn't make content. I think it's make content at your level. And that means you have to be self-aware enough to know your level. Like I don't post certain things that I'm fairly confident about because if someone had an argument, I probably wouldn't be able to defend that argument in the way that I want to. So I'd either not post it or I'd go away, do some research and then post it. And I think, so staying in your lane, like kind of like without being disrespectful. And
that's actually really helped me in terms of all my years of posting content is like really knowing the topic. I'm like super scared and cautious of being called out. Is that rather than being like, I'm not going to post, I just be like, okay, I need to learn this topic more. So if I have these opinions and I want to make this topic a post about these, but I feel like don't know how to explain it properly yet, man, I'll go down the rabbit hole of learning it completely, you know, to then be able to post something right about it and post at least my own opinion about
and
it. Right?
There you go. I think you've just kind of what I was about to jump onto then, because I'm not saying you have to learn a topic to be able to talk the science. So like we know a lot of exercise mechanics. It doesn't mean if we coach the general population that would then go and talk about moment arms and everything else. You would still speak in a language your client understands. So you'd simplify as much as possible. But in order to simplify whatever topic it is, you need to understand it in its entirety to be able to then simplify it.
You can't simplify something that you just don't know.
Exactly. And this moves on to how do you defend yourself? So I speak about complex stuff in a simplified way, and I don't care about that because, okay, maybe I do because I'm coaching coaches now, but if I was coaching general population, a lot of people, they take criticism to heart because they care what other coaches think. You're not paying my bills, mate. How dare you come in my comment? Okay, then you want me to change my post? You come and give me that £300 that this person that would actually benefit from my help will give me if I'm worried about what you think. Other coaches don't pay your bills. So if you're posting and you coach other coaches, 100% take on board what they say. If you're coaching Jane from down the road, speak to Jane from down the road. These coaches won't resonate with that because these coaches aren't Jane from down the road. So if they criticize you, obviously don't put out wrong information or incorrect information. But if it's relatively right or relatively okay, but it's just said in a way that Jane from down the road understands, you're perfectly fine. Don't worry about what the haters say.
I do like, sometimes I do like the criticism as well, because it kind of gives you a chance to perhaps sometimes see it in a different way as well. Because sometimes it's valid, right? So they might be like, oh, you know, this is actually this. And you're like, oh, actually, you know, because we had that podcast with Paul. He was like, yeah, what Kazim said wasn't wrong. It's just he also had a point that he was trying to make, and he was speaking to the pure Gym PTs, not someone who's like super advanced, right?
And there you go.
And that's the thing with Instagram right now, is that it's the algorithm, right? So you, at some point, it's going to go down a different rabbit hole and send you to some weird people that shouldn't necessarily get your content, but it happens. And as long as you know who you're talking to, your audience is, you know, your content will get funneled to them eventually, right?
And I have a couple of rules that I probably wouldn't advise other people learn from when it comes to dealing with hate. So my first one, normally, it depends if I've got time on my hands or if I haven't. Normally I give someone free comments. So when I say that, I mean I use the hate to fuel my algorithm. Because if I get more comments, more engagement, then Instagram will show my content to more people. So if someone's pissed off with something that I've said, I'll probably rage bait him a little bit. Not caring about whether I'm right or wrong. I'll just give him a little bit of da-da-da. And then they'll come back with why they are right and why they are wrong. And I'll give him a little bit more sprinkle on that, like a little sprinkle. And then they'll come back with, oh, you're the worst trainer out there, da-da-da. Have a great day, mate. Or fuck off, mate. Either way, the conversation is then done because I've got what I wanted, which was engagement, and you're not taking any more of my time away from me. And like I remember on Paul's podcast where he said he went down a rabbit hole of going back and forth and then they made videos, and I wouldn't agree with that necessarily because
Waste of time.
It's wasting your own time. Like you, whether I'm right or wrong, again, this person's not paying my bills. So I'm not going to argue with them about whether I'm right or wrong in the comments. If they are completely wrong, cool. Thank you for the engagement. I'll see you later. I'll see you on my next post. I'll send it directly to you so you can have the first engagement if you want, mate. Yeah. And for me, again, like it's a little bit like I laugh with a smile on my face because I have to smile because I don't take it personally if I'm smiling. And if I understand that I'm purposely rage baiting them, then I'm not offended by whatever they say because I've took control of that situation and I've given them the fire rather
it's just
than
they haven't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and like when I see them lose control, it gives me more control. So it's like, yes. And like that helps me deal with it. Like, so I don't take it to heart because if I thought like, actually, does this person think I'm wrong? And how do I, like, you can get in your own head. It's very easy to do that. So
you lose confidence. You don't want to post.
And it's very like, and this is why like I don't speak in absolutes. So whatever I say is right. And I'm not saying I'm the smartest or whatever else. Whatever I say is right because I don't say this is the best. This is one way. And it's right because it is one way. It's not the only way. It's not the best way. It's just one way. And that to me, and that's why I can argue with anyone because I didn't say it was that's not the best way to do it. I didn't say it was, pal. Did you? Thank you. Did you know what I mean? Like, so if you are making content, for me anyway, it helps. Like sometimes I'll purposely rage bait because it takes the pressure off myself. And then other times I just won't speak in those absolutes and that will help me deal with any criticism that does come my way.
Yeah.
Which is a lot less nowadays, to be fair. I'm doing something wrong, aren't I?
Yeah, you gotta know like who you actually want to engage with, right? On social, because there's gonna be people that comment that they're not really gonna change their mind about who you are straight away. And it's like it's pointless engaging with these people. They're never gonna buy from you. They're not even the people that are gonna follow you. They just come to leave a comment. It's like, Yeah, but they could have just swiped by.
Exactly. And like, because people have a perception of me, I believe, like I'm a bit prompt and I rage bait and whatever, which I 100% do. But like, I'll screenshot a comment and a back and forth, and I'll pull it on my story, I'll make a post about it. But I'll screenshot the ones that I know are going to get engagement, and the ones that where people have come at me disrespectfully. And if you come at me with disrespect, I 100% will give you that straight back. And that will be the viral moment. I've had loads of people that have disagreed with me that have done it respectfully, and I have a genuine conversation with them, either on the comments or in the DMs, and no one will hear about that. And no one, like everyone just thinks, oh, I'm really combative, and I am. But at the same time, I give energy the same way I receive it. So if you come at me with some nonsense, I'll give you nonsense straight back. If you come at me like respectful and saying, oh, I actually think, cool, why do you think that? I think this because of, and we'll have a genuine conversation. And I've had people where they've come at me with disrespect, and I don't know why I haven't given disrespect back. But then like the end of the conversation will be fine because like they've actually taken the time to, oh, I see where you're coming from now. Because again, with Instagram, the context is lost on a lot of things. We have 30 to 60 seconds to break down, explain a complex topic while keeping someone's engagement. That's challenging. So of course, a lot of context is going to be missed. If someone comes in the DMs or in the comments and actually is curious, you'll give them the context, and it'll be a positive conversation in all ways. If you come in and say, oh, hang on, you're shit, mate, why are you saying this? Okay, roll my sleeves up, let's go. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I would, I deal with it myself. And I'm not saying go and tell people to fuck off, but by all means, if they're on your page, you're well within your rights.
Yeah. I think it's like how you respond to things as well is that's content as well, right? So then that's how people kind of understand your personality as well, and to see kind of how you are. So like for me with Aaron's post, I kept the argument very on point, and just about the actual thing that he said himself, right? Rather than him as an individual. Like my versus like the way that he did it was more like it was an attack on me as a person. But it's like,
so with that then, because okay, did you respond to that attack?
I did, yeah.
So did you get personal then, or did you keep it very?
I still kept it on point with what he said.
See, that's where you're better than me. I'd have got my gloves off and got in the mud. I swear, I'd have got triggered. And this is where, like, and I'm not saying I'm right, by the way, because like you probably handled it in the best way possible, but 100% I'd have been like, all right then, cool, gloves are off, let's go for it.
I think that's why there wasn't any more response afterwards.
Yeah.
Because he knew that I wasn't
back and forth.
Yeah, I never said anything about him. It was just more about the point that he made. And to say that you don't even agree with the point that you made anyway. And then he started to say like things about me. I'm like, look, this is it.
Do you have a handshake? Did he ever come in the DMs?
Never. No DMs. He couldn't DM me because he blocked me. Then he
but he unblocked you.
He unblocked me,
I thought he was going to DM you to unblock you, then block you again.
No, he probably just, probably somebody sent him my video. That
he's unblocked you to look at it.
And then he's decided not to block me again.
Oh, so you still can see his page now?
I still see his page, yeah.
Or should you drop a message just live? You're right, mate, how you doing?
Want to come on the pod?
Oh, imagine that. Would you get him on the pod?
Yeah, why not? I don't have anything against him, personally.
Yeah, because I'd love Mark Coles on the pod, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I would.
Would you?
I would, yeah. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen. I'm blocked, so it's never going to happen, yeah.
But have you actually spoken to him?
No.
But he just blocked you?
He just blocked me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No reply. But then again, that's one way of dealing, because like, again, in that situation, I'm probably a hater to him. So I didn't really hate on him as a person. After he blocked me, I did then start calling him by name. But up until then, I was just the facts of my specific situation.
But and Jack would do the same now as well.
Yeah.
Did they get blocked?
Weirdly not. Ant got a random cold DM from him.
Did you see it?
Yeah. So that was, but this is what I mean, and this is why
your business going on.
Yeah, this is what I mean.
Used to work for you.
So like, this is why
unbelievable.
I think it's ridiculous, and this is why I like have a pop all the time, because how are you gonna have someone that worked for you for 5 years, and obviously it wasn't him, it was his setter, but that's why I disagree with the whole setup of having a setter and yada cold DMing people.
Hilarious.
So yeah, I don't think he would speak to me again. And I think like in his eyes, which is fairly valid, I'm probably a little bit of like one of those people that hate and he doesn't want to give me the energy. But at the same time, I'm now confident enough to speak out about it, where I wish I was more. So when I worked for him, we went back and forth like in
But
private.
do you think he feels a bit like I tried to get these guys here? You know what I mean? Like I didn't give them what they
I don't
as well.
honestly, I don't think so.
It's just a business team.
Yeah, without going into too much detail, I don't think the self-awareness is there. Like, no, I'm being genuine. I've been deadly serious, and I don't mean any disrespect by it. I don't think it's there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's what they argue. They say that's what makes a good business person, right?
yeah, and like, don't get me wrong,
Cutthroat. You know what I mean?
I say this, and I can say this now without emotion. Like, there are certain aspects of how he operates that I still like. You're top, like sales, top level. I say top level, but I hear, because I've never been sold that way by him, but I hear like it's a little bit more emotional now, like pressing on the pain points and keeping. But I don't know whether that's true or not. So
do you have people on his mentorship?
I've had at various times loads of people that have been on the mentorship were on the mentorship.
Oh, okay. But weren't successful. And
then so like, and I'm onto him so much, him specific, and there's a couple more that I'm onto, and people think I'm just picking and choosing, but it's because I don't share what people send to me. Like, if I was an actual rage baiter, I would screenshot the DMs and be like, this person said this, and it's multiple. But because that person's not confident and they've entrusted me to speak in confidence, I'm not then going to go and put whatever they said to me on a story or even speak about it in detail so anyone else can see it's them. So like, I'll take the baton up myself and I'll just create something completely different, but know it's from multiple people. Yeah.
So how would you say, to summarize, what's the best way to kind of handle criticism?
So we'll go back to like, know your stuff. And you don't have to be an expert, whatever an expert is. Just know enough that you can take a complex topic or a fairly complex topic and explain it in layman's terms. If you can do that and then not put an absolute there, you can do it.
To kind of protect yourself.
Yeah, because like the absolute, like if you say an absolute, you open yourself up straight away. This is the best. If you leave a little bit of nuance or openness there, this is one way. This is my favorite way. This is our way. This is the way Mary used my client. It opened, like, if anyone says anything that maybe doesn't agree with you, oh, that's fine. Your way is probably good as well. This is just the one way I fought for this specific topic. And that kind of, you can do that respectfully, you can do that disrespectfully. It just keeps it nice and open for you.
Yeah, and I think if people are just criticizing you as an individual, it's like,
that's a different thing altogether.
That's just them as a person. That shows more about them than necessarily you, right? You may not have done anything wrong in terms of your post. You may have done everything that you said, but you're still going to get criticism for maybe how you look or who you are, or whatever.
Yeah, and if it is that as well, if it is that, like, because like going back to the pure gym ones really quickly, like some of them that don't look like they train, I completely agree. Like, they're maybe not in the best shape, but that should not stop you from posting. Yeah. Like, if people
maybe change your hook a little bit.
Yeah, change your hook, but like, don't not post, because I think that's really unfair as well. Like, who are we to say that a PT? And like, this is me like maybe contradicting myself a little bit, but it's like, we don't have to be bodybuilder lean to post. If you know what you're talking about, 100% you should be aiming to better yourself in every single way: physique, knowledge, personal life, whatever it is, constant improvement. But don't feel like you have to be the finished article before you start posting. So like, if you don't have massive chest, you can still talk about how to grow your chest. Maybe not say this is the best chest exercise. Maybe say, I'm trying to grow my chest using this exercise. Do you know, like, it's just
no one's gonna,
because no one will come to you, or as a complete beginner, not as a complete beginner, but as a new PT, this is how I feel like I'd grow my chest.
That's how I started as well, man.
Like, so like, it's the nuance of like, don't act like an expert if you're not. Just show people where you're at. And I think people will be a lot more forgiving.
Kind of, just talk on your level. Right?
Yeah.
Rather than trying to.
Yeah. So like, if I haven't got massive arms, I would say, this is how I'm trying to grow my arms. And then like, maybe like half rate, let me know in the comments if I could improve. And people would probably say what they were going to say anyway, but a little bit more respectfully, because you're asking for help and not showing, like, or not showcasing, or you're the expert.
For sure. Is there anything else you want to add to it?
Cool.
All right, man. So I hope you guys found this episode interesting. If you'd like to do a react video, don't forget to tag us. You can find me at Gym with Hym. My co-host is at Jewade Graham Coach. And we'll see you all on the next Coach's Hour. That's a wrap. Peace.